Hi everyone, I hope we are doing well. We thank God that we are here and God has been our provider, our God, our defender, our king, and He has been fighting for us. You know, the Bible says that victory belongs to God and God has given us victory. And today, I want to speak about victory over fear. I know there are so many things that we fight in life. We fight so many battles in life, and that's why the Bible says that the Lord has given us victory. This means every day, kila siku tunapoamka, there is a battle that we are fighting in our lives. And as the Bible says that the Lord has given us authority, dominion, so it means there is a part of God that the Lord has done, and there is our part that we are supposed to do as believers. And today we are going to learn more about victory over fear. Fear is part of the battles that we fight each and every day, and I know every one of us has gone through fear, they have faced fear, and today we are going to look more into fear. I myself, nimekuwa nikifight about fear, and I know that the Lord is going to help us. So we are going to start, and I believe that you are going to get something today. We are going to learn something, and I believe and I pray that God is going to give you wisdom on how to apply whatever that you know. Today we are going to get knowledge, but it doesn't remain there. You need to pick that knowledge and apply it in your life so that you can see results. So, understanding about fear, we need to learn or read in the book of Isaiah chapter 41 verse 1. The Bible says, "Do not fear, for I am with you. Do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be afraid, for I am your God. I will strengthen you, I will help you, I will hold unto you with my righteous right hand." And this is the words that God spoke to us. And today we are going to learn on how we are going to overcome fear. But before that, we need to know what is fear. What is fear? Fear is an emotional response to a perceived threat, whether it is real or not. So, you know, our mind inakuanga like we have two types of mind. We have conscious mind and then we have unconscious mind. So unconscious mind react that if you imagine something, na ukiimagine hiyo kitu inakuwa kama ni real life. So if an emotional response to a perceived threat, hata ukiimagine two threat in your life, inakaa kama ni real. So that is fear. Number two, fear, it is not always the absence of faith. Fear is not always the absence of faith. Even faithful people experienced fear. Faithful people experience fear in the Bible. And then you can see these people are like Abraham. Abraham was afraid. You know, the Bible calls Abraham a father of faith. And he experienced fear in his lifetime. Anytime when they were in the presence of Pharaoh, and he told his wife Sarah to lie to Pharaoh that they were siblings, and that was fear driving him. And people like Moses was afraid on his calling, and he was telling God, I don't know how to speak. I don't really know how to communicate. How are you going to send me to talk to people of Egypt and lead them and be their leader? And yet I don't know how to communicate. That was fear speaking through him. And I know most of us, we have faced the fear in our line of leadership, in our line of anything that we have in our lives. Maybe there is a project you need to lead, there's something that you need to do. You are afraid because maybe you don't know how to communicate, maybe you don't know how to carry on some assignment that you have given by your leader or your boss. But God told Moses that I am with you, I will help you. And God akampatia Aaron to help him in whatever that he was supposed to communicate. Number 3, fear becomes sinful when it causes us not to trust God. So when we choose to trust our fear, when we choose fear over God, that becomes sin. So sometimes, let's say maybe you are afraid of taking a step, and then you believe that you can't. You believe that you cannot take that place. You cannot speak. You cannot stand before people and communicate and teach them. And then you choose it. You believe it. That becomes a sin. And then what we need to know about fear is fear entered the world after sin. In the book of Genesis, chapter 3, verse 8 to 10, this is when Adam and Eve hid because of fear. When they sinned, they hid because of fear. They were afraid. Maybe their eyes were opened and they saw that they were naked. So they were afraid. And most of the time we are afraid when maybe we make a mistake. We are afraid of facing God. We are afraid of telling him, this is what I did. I have sinned. I missed the mark. I did not align with your will. I did not do what you told me to do. So we hide because of fear, because of guilt. Bwana Yesu asifiwe. And fear followed guilt and separation from God. They were separated. Mpaka saa hii, we are facing the consequences of Adam and Eve. I want you to know that you cannot gain victory from what you don't understand. You cannot gain victory from what you don't understand. And you cannot fight what you don't know. So you really need to know the enemy that you are fighting so that you know how to fight your enemy. And that is when, after knowing how to fight your enemy, you get victory. I want you to tune in as we continue learning more about fear, and I know that the Lord is going to help us. I want you to comment. I want you to subscribe. If this is your very first time, I want you to subscribe, share to your all social media platform, and I know that the Lord is going to bless us. I want to know, what is your experience with fear? Have you ever faced fear? Have you ever been afraid in your life? Let me know, and I know that the Lord is going to help us.